Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with a quick update video in regards to Miss Marvel's event. Now that we do see her milestones and preview being live in game, we can actually start taking a look at what's going to be available and what to aim for. So having said that, guys, let's get right to it. If you guys are interested in the best teams I'm utilizing for these energized traits, I'll put that in the link in the description below, as I did previously just released that to go through the more detailed teams of what I'm utilizing. But in today's video, we're going to be focusing more on the actual preview and as well the milestones. So let's get right to it. So a Light Warriors event is the name of this campaign, and generally these are some of the best ways to actually earn shards of a free-to-play character. It looks like it's going to be about a week. I mean, that's kind of what we've seen. We actually don't have official confirmation here yet, but based on what we've seen historically with these campaign events, that's how long they've typically ran for in the recent events that have been run. If you do hit preview here, you do get a sense of how this is going to be breaking out. And for those of you brand new, keep in mind too that for the easy mode, you don't actually need these energized character traits, whereas going forward into hard and heroic, that is when you're going to be needing and utilizing. So I mean, these are rough guidelines. Typically, I think the heroic recommendations: level 85, gear tier 15, ability level 6. It's a little on the higher end, but it's what they recommend. So it's, you could probably get away with level 75 to level 80 and probably not as high as gear tier 15. But I mean, again, these are always, just recommendations from their eyes. To auto, obviously you can always work with a lower team, so don't stress about that, guys. But generally the hard mode is pretty straightforward, and you can see it's only level 60, gear tier 9, ability 5, so most folks should be able to get through that. However, keep in mind both these modes do need 5 energized characters requirements, so you can go through your roster and filter by the energized traits, and those will be the characters that are available, or you can just hit the little people icon here and you can see the range of characters that are allowed. So that's how you go about that. This is going to be set up kind of similar to a new campaign event that comes about. So you're going to be seeing similar to what you typically be seeing with these campaign events, right? The only difference is that it's going to be specific for this event. So when you're going through it, I'll show you an example here. Instead of these Dark Alley orb fragments that are available, it's going to be these energized trait orbs. So even by me simply farming one of these here, just to show you, for example, if we farm a node, you're going to be getting these fragments, kind of similar to what we're seeing here. And these fragments are ideally going to be adding in the way of an orb. So even just to demonstrate it, right now the Dark Alley comes in the way of here. So I'll just open this up. But this is how you would typically be earning shards of Ms. Marvel. And that's going to be located again in the supply store. And when you head over, it's already live in game. It's these energized orbs right here. For 500 cores, or the 2,000 fragments that you'll be getting through the Light Warriors event campaign. So good to see that. At least I think the power cores actually went down on this, so it's only costing 500, so it's good to know. The reason why it's important, guys, is because it does get funneled into a main milestone that we're going to be taking a look at here. So if you hit the milestones now, there is going to be this main one that comes about. It's called the Hala 0051, and it's basically playing in raids and opening these energized orbs, and that's going to be adding obviously to the point. So we hit preview here. This is live in game now, so we can actually sneak peek what to aim for. Keep in mind, we need these 10 pads here to be adding to the month-long event. There's Doctor Strange shards, training fragments, and so forth, even teal gear. But I think most players, to be honest, I think we should all be gunning for this milestone 18, because it does have this reset charge. There's a couple of them. There's one on milestone 18 and there's one on milestone 14. So those are going to be the two that we're gunning for because of the significant amount of points it adds to the monthly event. And on top of that, it's just a useful target to keep in mind when you're going through this. If you hit scoring to the left, there's a couple ways you're going to be earning points, and as I said earlier, playing in raids and opening energized orbs. Now it's a caveat with the raids because you actually do need Bifrost characters. So you can see there's gonna be a 10,000 point limit with raiding with Bifrost characters, and you have to be winning the raids too. So it's not just participating. So a little bit more pickier than the previous events we've seen, because I think typically with raid events it's just playing, not winning, right? So it could be a win or a loss. And then where it gets more interesting and trickier is the fact that if you have these characters built up higher, they're going to be adding more points. So it's going to be rewarding you if you have characters that are already essentially at 7 yellow, which conveniently, obviously, most of these characters are new. So Loki, Teen Loki, Beta Ray Bill, Val, and as well as Sylvie. I mean, I have all of them at like 3 or 4 yellow stars, so you bet I'm not going to be partaking in any of these bonus points. But the one that I think most folks should be able to capitalize on is Loki at 7 stars, because most of us should have him unlocked at this point. If you're new to the game, maybe you're only having him at 4 or 5, but either way, that should hopefully help you with some additional points. The rest of these guys, the rest of these points are not going to help. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to make do what we got. But the last component of this is the unlimited aspect points here generated from these energized orbs. And that's going to be the bulk of the farming. So these energized orb fragments, like I said, it's going to be going through the campaign and farming it. And it's kind of similar to how you can refresh that energy, the yellow energy that we have here for 50 cores. You can do the same thing with the event. So I am planning to do that 4 times per day. Actually, maybe even more, just to see how many more orbs we can add. But I'll probably have to take a look at what we need in order to get those milestones. But I mean, yeah, that's going to be the goal, guys. Keep in mind you can use that. There's also going to be a web store milestone that's tied back with power cores. So if you guys are planning to partake in this event, keep in mind, don't start using the power cores until reset today. So that way you're going to be double dipping on the power cores for earning energized orbs on the web store, and then using those energized orbs as well to be adding to this milestone later on. So that's the game plan, guys. So we're going to wait for reset here. We're going to be starting this event. Yeah, like I said, generally these aren't bad, like especially with the hard difficulty, most folks should be able to get through it. It's just, whether or not you have the roster to get through heroic. And like I said, it could sometimes be a slogfest. Other times it could be just, coasting through it. But for sure though, this is going to be a great opportunity to capitalize on these shards, because at least with every orb, we're getting at least 2 shards. Yeah, this is just a breakdown. Hit I for additional details. And there's a chance of even getting more shards of Miss Marvel Hard Light. So these are all the characters that are going to be available. Great time to boost up your roster, obviously, if you don't have some of these characters built up. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, guys. That's going to be running in tandem again with the web store milestone. And for now, I foresee this being a 7-day event. So we want to be aiming for at least 2 to 3 orbs per day. I think is pretty reasonable if you're using power cores, and try to conserve your energy, because we're going to be needing that. So there you guys have it. That's the rundown. Good luck in your guys' farming. This is all resetting at reset here. And I'll link my video again if you guys need to see some example teams that we're planning to use. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.